how and when did you get married?
Controversial question, right? Like I'm gonna go and meet some people, especially girls, okay? So
Do you guys fight? We fight like cats and dogs.
no, it's not like that.
When the small fight starts.
No, it's like I am the cat and you're the dog. I'm just sitting there and you're like.
Hey everyone, it's Momo here. Today I'm making a special video because I will have a special guest join me who is my husband. We're going to tell our stories by answering 10 questions. I'm inspired by so many Chindian couples in YouTube channels using videos to tell their stories. We'll do the same today. Me and my husband will tell our story. Before, there were 2 or 3 news medias interviewed us to write about our story. I will put the links down below. You know, my husband is really not a camera person, but he agreed to do this video with me. So let's start. Okay, this is Raj. Let's start our 10 questions. Question number 1. How did you meet? Who talked to who first and who liked who first? Who wants to answer this question first?
How did we meet, right?
Yeah, but we have like different versions. Do you want to answer first or I will answer
there's
first?
There's just one version. Okay, so yeah, you remember we met on a Wednesday on a coffee evening. What was it called?
Coffee and tea hour?
Yeah, coffee hour in International House and
UC Berkeley International House.
Yes, UC Berkeley, and then I had just arrived there for the summer internship program like on Monday, and this was Wednesday, and I was like, I'm gonna go and meet some people, especially girls. Okay, so after the class,
because that's summer program 2008 in UC Berkeley.
Yeah, so it was at 9 p.m. or something. It was like coffee after dinner, so I get in. And I was with a bunch of my friends, and we all see somebody, right? The target, and each one goes there.
Well, I didn't know.
But immediately as I got in, the first person that I went to talk to was you. And I think we talked, and it was very interesting, and we kept talking till like 12 midnight, till we had to leave, while I was waiting for you to probably ask something or me to ask if you want to go on a dinner. But anyways, I couldn't get the courage. Eventually, you left at 12 o'clock. Because there were a couple of other people too. Yeah, I think that was the first time we met. I liked you from the first day. And then I think after 2 days on Friday, I asked you out for a walk. So it happened pretty fast.
Oh, so you like me first, right?
Yeah, of
you
course.
admit this now.
Yeah.
Because he always say that, Momo likes me first. And then, my version of the story is, it's 2008, UC Berkeley International House, and we were at the summer program, and they have this tea and coffee hour. This is undistributable. And then I saw this, like in the tea and coffee hour, I saw these Indian guys, like so many of them, right? Like 10 of them. Everybody came to talk to all the girls, right? Okay. Yeah. Everybody like, I'm like, very, very long name, and very, very long name, very long name. And then Raj is like, hi, I'm Raj. I was like, oh, Raj, that's very easy. So his name stick out, So, okay, remember this. If you want to name your kids, name it short. Not so long. Like all the Indian names.
I used to have hair then, okay? So. Okay,
yeah, I will put a photo of Raj's hair with the hair photos here. Yeah, there's a proof. Yeah, he looked handsome. So now, although we look like a little bit age difference, he's 2 years younger than me. So, but
10 months.
Yeah, but officially 2 years. Okay, whatever. And but he looked nice back then, right? And then you invited me out, and then we went out. So yeah, we answered the question.
Yeah, I think so. Yeah.
Anything to add?
No, that's okay. The other things, it's okay not to put on those details.
Okay, done. Our question number 2. What's your profession and then background of study?
What do I do? Background of study. So I went to a university in India called IIT, Indian Institute of Technology.
IIT, Indian Institute of Technology, IIT, yeah.
Yeah, pretty famous, right? Sundar Pichai, the CEO of Google, is from my college and all that kind of stuff. There are a lot of people. Yeah, it's a big famous place. Anyways, yeah.
The top university.
One of the top ones in India,
technology college in India.
Yes, it's people know, right? It's very difficult to get
Yeah.
in. When I was there, there were like 4,000 seats and 1 million people gave the exam. So
Yeah.
it's tough. So luckily I got in. So
It's
I
a very,
did,
very difficult exam, right?
yeah. So I studied there, did my engineering, then came to Berkeley, UC Berkeley to do my PhD. While I was at my IIT in third year, I came for internship in UC Berkeley for the summer where I met Momo. And then we stayed in touch. Then I came to do a PhD in Berkeley, right? So, and then after my PhD, I worked at McKinsey for a few years.
Consulting company.
Yeah, it's a top management consulting company. So I was in the San Francisco office, and after that, I joined a startup which some of my friends had started in healthcare technology called Innovator. We've done pretty well. I've been there for last 4 years. I lead the product team there, so I'm the VP of product there. So yeah, that's my background. So it's interesting. I did undergrad in biotech. My PhD was in climate science. McKinsey was more on technology and semiconductors, but got back to healthcare technology, and now I build software product for healthcare sector. So it's been interesting journey. And Momo has been there for most of it.
Okay, so Mr. Singh, what do you think India's... Okay, I just feel like I'm interviewing you. My background and then profession. Okay, my profession is taking care of the children right now. Mainly, my study background is I studied finance in top university in China. It was also a very difficult entrance exam in China. I really did well, and then I entered this top university, top program, which is finance major. I studied 4 years finance in bachelor. Xiamen University, yes, very beautiful university. It was such good time there. I studied 4 years there for bachelor's degree, and then I went to France for a master of science in finance major in one of the business schools. After the 6 years of study, I just quit it right away because I just really don't like. I don't think the numbers make sense to me or money makes sense to me. I'm not a money person, so it just all messed up for me. So I said just quit it right away because I always have this dream of writing, and then be a writer or a journalist or something, So actually, I'm just taking up my chance to be a housewife right now to also realize my dreams that I can keep writing and making videos and all the stuff. So that's my background. We answer the question. Okay, next question then.
Yeah.
Okay, our third question. What do you like the most of him and her?
You want to start first?
Okay, I will start the first. I think the most thing I like about Raj is he's very kind. He's very honest and he's very open, always speak out his mind. And then, the most is kindness. I think the gentle heart, being very kind to everything, including animals and everybody around him, being kind to the world. I think this something is very cherishable about this. It's a lot of people dare not to be kind, especially in a lot of societies. So that's why this stands out. When you see some pure heart, you see some gentle soul, then you just can't let it go. So that's what I feel most about Raj. I always feel very trustful. How to say? I feel I'm trusted by him, and I also trust him. This is very important, I think, because we're very open. We talk our mind, and then we always have very good discussion about everything in the world. And then we always exchange our mind, and then that's one of the very high points in our life. And then it all goes to kindness and gentle soul. Yeah. Okay, you answer now.
Okay. I'm glad. Not an animal person, by the way. I am kind to animals, but not like a dog or a cat person, right?
What? Okay.
Too much trouble.
You need to be an animal person to be kind.
Yeah, definitely.
I'm talking about, being hurt. A lot of people hurt animals, or their regard to animals is kind of very I don't
eat
know,
animals.
like very indifferent. But I know you are kind to animals. You are.
So what do I like most, right? I like pretty much everything, right? I fell in love like pretty much first day I met her and the first week that I spent. Actually, it's funny that I told her in the summer itself, just after 1 month of being together, that I'm going to marry her. And she was like, I don't know what she thought, some crazy
I was like,
guy.
oh, that's just summer fling.
She was going back to France. I was going back to Kharagpur in India. And I was sure. I was like, I'll do something to make this work. So what do I like? I think she's very smart, and that really attracts me. I kind of like smartness is a good virtue. It's very difficult for me. I can be kind to not smart people, but I can't make bonds with them, I guess. I think that's there. Of course, she's very pretty and all that kind of stuff.
Good to know.
But there's this thing where she tries to make you happy and will adopt to it, right? So you remember like how you made my parents happy, and everybody in my village to my small town, everybody loves Momo. Like she has been there many times, and they all remember, okay, when is Momo coming? Like nobody cares about me anymore. My fuwa, my fufa, my uncle, aunts, everybody is like, when is Momo coming? Like so and then that makes it all worth it, right? So yeah. It's like everything is awesome.
No, it's so sweet of you. Okay, next question. Okay, now our fourth question. How did you tell your parents?
Oh, my parents are downstairs. So,
so you want to answer first or answer first?
It was interesting, right? So we met in 2008. We started living together in 2009 when we moved to Berkeley. Mm-hmm. And I told my parents somewhere in 2010.
After some time,
Yeah, after a year or so. It was a lot of a lot of back and forth, but I was like, my parents always gave me a lot of freedom. So I think it was more like, that she's good, right? That's the part. Eventually, like I said, all this convincing doesn't happen. Let's just meet. And then it just all worked out. But I told them in 2010, I told them over a call that I was staying with this girl. That was the only time I went to India and she was not with me. After that, every time when we have gone together. Mm-hmm. It was a little bit stressful, but not too stressful for me. My sisters knew very early. I've got two sisters, and they were very supportive of it from pretty much in the summer itself. Actually, funnily, like just after the summer 2008, when I got back to home, my mom opened my bag, and there was a picture of us together. And you had made a card for me or something like that. So she asked me, who is this? And I didn't answer. And my sisters came to me and like, we know who is this, right?
Because they're following us in Facebook.
Yes, and you would post things on Facebook. So they knew. I think my parents knew from that time. But yeah, it was time for me to just tell that she's the one. And they had questions. It was a bit of back and forth. But eventually it all turned out okay.
Yeah.
A little bit of crying and all, but not too bad. How about you?
A lot of crying, okay?
What about you? Not on my side, my mom's crying. Okay, what about you?
Okay, our background is I'm from China, and then I'm the only person who came abroad to study.
Small towns in India and China.
Small town in China and India. He's also from India, small town in India. None of the people in the community ever had love marriage. Some of them had, but it's not a very popular thing, love marriage.
It was not common in India at that time.
In China, it's like nobody ever married Indian. A lot of people marry like Westerners, but no Indian. So, and then in China, the image of India is really, manipulated by the media.
Biased.
Very biased, okay? So, and then most people don't know much about India at all, including my parents. And then, but I told my mom like after a few months because I was excited. My mom didn't know much first, and then she was okay. But then they went to their relatives in the bigger city, and they were like, oh no, Indians, they will snatch away the babies and throw in the trash, something, lock up your daughter and then rape her, like all the stuff, okay, whatever. So my parents asked me to break up. So, but then we secretly eloped. 2009, right? That's like eloping, right? So 2009 we eloped into UC Berkeley because both of our parents not agreeing, right? So
We didn't give them a chance.
yeah, you didn't give a chance. I gave already. I told them, right? They were like, break up right away. Break up this minute. So I was like, okay, I'm done. Okay, broke up. But like secretly came to Berkeley to stay, and then rent a small apartment and all that stuff. And then after we stayed for 1 year, and I told my parents, right? And then my mom cried for so long, a lot of crying, like a year or so, and all this like covered in the news report. And people were like, "Your mom cried for a year." I was like, "Yeah, it's true." So whatever. Yeah, that's how I told my parents. But my dad is like, "Oh, this one time, 2011, I brought him finally back home to meet my parents." You remember that experience?
Yeah.
And
I took Chinese classes in Berkeley.
Yeah, before.
I could speak a little bit Chinese at that time.
Yeah, and we planned to meet our parents, but I lost our passports in Guangzhou. You remember? I lost both our passports. So my parents at that moment, yeah, I know. My parents at that moment still hesitating if they want to meet us or not. So, but then I called my dad. Dad, I lost the passports. What can we do now? My dad's like, come back home right now. Just take a train ticket. So I used my Chinese car. He used some ID, Indian ID. Then we took a train and back to my town. And then my uncle come to pick me up. Like, not my parents, right? And then took us to a hotel or something.
No,
like
I stayed with
secret,
your aunts.
Oh, like aunt place, like secret service something. Like, because nobody, if people see, they will be like, oh my god, something like, what is this? So nobody knows. We're just like being hidden. And then my parents took us out to a next city in a restaurant to question him. Like, but then they treat you so well in my aunt's place, a lot of food, a lot of drinking and throwing up, whatever. And then one day, okay, my dad took us all to a next city in a hotel, in a restaurant, because in our own city restaurant, everybody will recognize. So we went to the next city, and then my dad's asking him, it's like, what do you do? What's your study? Like, what's your plan in the future? Like, how do you take care of my daughter? Like, financially.
Are you sponsored by the government?
Are you going to be sent back to India? Like, I don't want. So yeah, it's sad to say this. I think one of the main reasons my parents agree is because we can have a life in America, because living standard is very important for Chinese parents. So they don't want me to go back to India because the image of India, it's biased in China. So they don't want me to go back to India. But in Indian city is pretty okay. That's a different issue. But at that time, so because we can stay in America, that's the reason that my parents agreed. Okay, is that a very long answer? Mm-hmm. Okay, next question. Okay, the fifth question. How and when did you get married?
Controversial question, right? So we got married 3 times.
3 times.
One time in San Francisco, after we eloped.
After
2009.
we eloped, we got like certificate.
So
marriage
quickly, right? Like we had just been together for a very short time, but I was like convinced. I had no doubt. I never asked twice. I don't know why she agreed to marry so quickly, but it's up to her. But 2009 in
we had no witness in San Francisco to get in the civil center.
We did
civil hall.
We did a secret wedding in the town hall. Yeah. In the city hall in San Francisco. So that's the first one. Then we told our parents, and the whole convincing thing took for like a couple of years, and then
more than a couple of years, like 5 years.
I got stuck in China and met her parents once, and then we went to India and she met my parents. And my parents were like floored after meeting her. They were like, my dad was like, this is the perfect girl, just go marry her. No, you're not gonna get a better girl. So for me it became very smooth after that. So in 2013 in January we got married in China.
That's after 5 years. Like 2009 we got our marriage certificate, and after 5 years
4 years.
4 years.
A little bit less than 4, but yeah.
2013 January we got married in China for marriage certificate, marriage ceremony in China.
In China, and a lot of my friends, our friends came from all over the world. It was a lot of fun, a lot of drinking and all that kind of stuff. And we tried to do a traditional wedding, not much options, but anyways, we had a really good wedding. I think her parents prepared a lot, and it was a lot of fun, and we had a lot of friends.
Yeah.
And then in 2013 December.
The same year, December. remember.
We
Yeah.
got married in India. And
Yeah.
again,
A lot of friends came
a lot of
also.
friends. You can see some
yeah.
of the videos there.
Yeah.
We had friends from Europe, from
Yeah.
Germany,
Yeah.
from Lithuania, Hong Kong,
Yeah.
America,
Yeah.
like everywhere, right? And we had a big wedding in India, right? It's big means for my city, right? It's not too big.
Oh, it's big. Everybody came to take photos of everybody.
Yeah, just 1,000
Like
people.
a lot
or
of
so.
my female friends, that they are like tall and fair and then foreign, and then the whole city, everybody had photos of them. They just come. It was fun. Yeah.
With Barat and everything, and some of the videos are there. But it was a lot of fun, and we had a really good traditional Indian wedding.
Yeah.
Whole course, 4 days of weddings. So yeah, that was our last wedding.
Yeah, our friend had fun also, and then I think two of the female friends who came to our wedding, they all married Indian guys eventually after 5 years. After 6 years, they all married Indian guys.
One Sabrina and Bindu and who?
And then Vilma.
Oh, Vilma married Indian guy too.
Yeah.
And now-
our Lithuanian sister.
Oh,
Yeah.
interesting.
Yeah, from Mumbai.
Yeah, looked like India had a good impression, but yeah, it was really nice.
Yeah.
3 times. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, now 6th question. Do you guys fight?
Yeah, we do fight. I think the first 3 years that we never fought. I think.
The sweet honeymoon period?
I mean, it's not like but like we've been living together now for 11 years
Yeah.
almost, right? So
Yeah.
we have fought many times. Doesn't matter. I would claim that I'm the calm one. I don't get angry and not too much. Even if I get angry within 5 minutes, I'm back. I think I have always been like this.
Yeah.
She can get crazy, angry, but I just
I was way crazier when I was younger.
Yeah.
I think it's a lot to do with, self-confidence, self-instinct, and the security. So I think at the beginning, I don't know. You think really first 3 years we didn't fight? I feel like it was more up and downs, but it's like never something fundamental. It's just like small arguments
Even
and
now,
then
it's
like
fine.
small. Yeah, I think fighting is very, very normal among couples, and that's what we have. We never have like major things like for example, like for parents, how do we deal with them, and then like major family issues we never fight. Like when do you want to have babies? Do you want to have babies or not? Never really
No,
have
we're
any
not.
conflict among that. But
small things.
like and then moody stuff, some
stuff.
mood swings like, because of women, and then nothing much. Right? But then we fight like cats and dogs.
No, it's not like that.
When the small fight starts.
No, it's like I am the cat and you're the dog. I'm just sitting there and you're like. There's no cats and dogs fight. It's like one-way street. If I say something back, then that's it. That night is gone. I sleep on the floor. 2 days you're angry with me. I need to cook for 2 days.
Oh my god. Okay, that's a very good answer. Thank you very much, Mr. Raj. Okay, we're almost done. Question number 7. Who does more housework?
Definitely, Momo does a lot more work than me.
Because I'm a stay-at-home mom right now.
Even
so.
then, like, see, I like to cook, but my cooking is like once in 3 days I'll come and I'll make paneer and this and blah blah blah. But like everyday food and all that kind of stuff, Momo is the one make sure. But right now it's very lopsided because my work is quite intense.
Yeah, it's very intense work. So
and this last year has been good where I've been at home all the time, so I've been able to help more. But before that I was traveling most of the time. I would be out 100 nights almost out of home in a year. So that would mean I'm absent the whole week, so I didn't even do groceries or anything. One thing that I always did was taking care of the house, the garden, buying things, building things.
Men work.
Yeah, and I like it, right? And I don't expect her to do it, from like fixing things to building a backyard house or growing vegetables. I always do it. And cleaning bathroom is one thing I always do religiously every week. All the 3 bathrooms, like squeaky clean.
That's right.
But I think almost most of
both of us like really clean house, so we make a lot of effort cleaning our house.
I like cooking too. So over weekend sometimes I cook.
Yeah, I cook for function, like how to say,
The functional cooking.
functional cooker. Yeah, for cook. Yeah, just to feed everybody and then nutritious food.
If we have friends coming over or something, I cook.
Yeah, fancy stuff he cooks.
Yeah, it's
I don't
alright.
I don't enjoy cooking that much. It's just my duty.
I try to be helpful, but definitely like it's very, very biased, right? I do much less work than her housework.
But I appreciate your consciousness. It's very nice. When you have time, you can pay me back.
Okay.
Okay, the 8th question. What's your hobby?
No, you start.
I love writing. I love reading. I love traveling. I love listening to music. And traveling is one of the best thing that I really enjoy.
We enjoy.
We
so
enjoy,
that's
yeah.
one of our hobbies, right? We travel quite a bit actually.
Yeah.
We go to
I love to
camp,
see new things,
we
adventures.
camp, we ski.
Yeah.
We go to the beach. We go to Yosemite, Tahoe. This year we went to Yellowstone. Drove for 2 days.
Yeah.
I'm planning
We're very open to very new things, all new things. Yeah.
In India, every year we travel somewhere new. Right?
Yeah.
And we'll travel more as the kids grow up a little bit. We have been to Southeast Asia, we have been to Europe, and we want to travel more. So hopefully we will soon. But travel is one of them.
Yeah.
My hobby, I like to read when I get time, and our house is full of books. And so I like to read as much as I can. But other things are more like. I like to do like just simple house work, right?
Yeah, garden work.
And I grow a lot of vegetables.
Yeah.
And
It's very convenient.
we didn't buy tomatoes for almost 6-7 months. And now I realize tomatoes are so expensive. I need to find a variety which grows in the
$2 a
winter.
pound.
But I do that. I also like to do a lot of building things, right? I build a house for the kids. I build a shed in the backyard. So those kind of stuff I like to do, like physical things quite a bit. So that's all.
Feels like when you're confined in the house, you're enjoying the time. For me, just all duty. Like I don't say that my hobby is cleaning the floor and
Actually,
cooking for the food.
Cooking is one of the hobbies.
And I'm squeezing time to write and read, and
I love to cook.
I love to travel and experience new things. But like most of my time is taken away by that. So I really enjoy when we go. When we go to Yellowstone,
So travel is
we're
one
like,
thing we do together. And then I like to cook. She doesn't like to cook.
But I cook majority.
Most of the time.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, so when we were at Yellowstone this year, we're thinking about, when we get old, we got like a RV, right? And then we just two of us travel together by ourselves, and then just stop at anywhere, and then stay there, and then fishing, and then all that stuff. Okay, done with this question. Okay, our number 9 question. Any regret in life?
I have no regrets. I think I always believe in having fun at that particular time on what you can do. So that's why we do whatever needs to be done. In college, have fun, get drunk, study. PhD also had a lot of fun together. We traveled a bit, worked out okay. When the work is there, I generally work pretty hard. Just make sure that I think if you live in the moment, I think no regrets is the basic concept in my life. I follow that. So I have nothing.
Yeah.
You?
Same with me. I have nothing. I never because I always make my mind into doing something if I really want to do it. So I make so much effort that I never look back. Nothing that is worth looking back because I already did everything I can.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah.
That's great.
Okay.
Easy.
Good question. Our last question. What do you expect in the future? Like, what do you expect for life later on in the future? I think that's
a weird question. I have no idea.
How do you frame this question then? Like, what do you? I don't know.
I think.
What do you expect in life? I don't know.
I think.
We're already pretty much middle aged, I guess. not much to expect.
That's not true. I have a lot of.
I think children. I think
kids need to grow up. They need to go to good college, study well.
Yeah, not much left for us.
No.
Except like traveling and all. Like not
we
like.
have a lot of fun
nothing,
together. Don't
like,
listen to her. If we get a chance, we travel more together. And when kids are in college, we'll go do world tours. There's a lot of things I have in plan.
I still want to travel
she
the
needs
world.
to finish her book. So there's a lot of work to do. But I think all those will just come at their own time. There is no
no hurry and just I think most important thing after we became parents, I think the whole meaning of our existence, especially for a mom, right, is to see the children grow healthy and happy, and then I'm trying to make sure that they grow into very generous and kind human being, and then can realize their potentials, or just be a normal ordinary people, but be kind. I mean, I just want to make sure that in the right track of them, their life is in the right track, nothing they should regret when they grow up, something like that. So
it should be pretty simple.
Like a lot of my focus is on the children. I don't know. I mean, I think in this topic,
focus is traveling with her.
women and men is very different. Like for mommy, it's like my babies is the only thing left in my life. For me, it's like my wife. Fun. So
I'm not middle-aged yet. I'm pretty young. We expect a happy life, I guess. Happy
just normal, happy.
Yeah, that's the main thing.
Nothing happens. Like just happiness, like calm.
Family.
Family happiness. Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
That's it.
Okay, then we answered 10 questions. Anything else? Or just okay, let's say something. Let's wish all the Chindian couples or any interracial couples have a happy life, and then you can conquer the bias in the society, and then convince your parents and lead a simple and happy life like us.
Yeah, we have gone through quite a bit, and first of all, Happy New Year to everybody, right? Everybody who's watching, and Happy Holidays. But for couples which are like intercultural and all that kind of stuff, especially the Chinese Indian couples and all, right?
Indian Chinese,
Yeah. So when we met, I didn't know anybody, right? And but over the course of years, we have met so many happy Chindian couples.
Yeah.
A lot of them have found us, right? Momo writes a lot, and she had a lot of followers in Weibo, right? At that time.
Not much, some.
Yeah, but anyway.
But it's like people keyword, and they will find my stuff, and they realize that there's somebody there. So I think the sole purpose of me being online is like out there, that the presence of something like this there. So it gives a lot of comfort and courage and hope, for other people like us, because this is definitely
not that
struggle.
difficult or not that different, but sometimes there are questions.
Okay, that's it then.
Happy New Year
Happy
and
New
goodbye.
Year and bye. Thank you everybody for watching. Bye.